You know, I wasn't even going to talk about this, but now it involves Americans. So, look, I just want to start by saying that I am tired of our government going to other countries when they have conflicts and saying, well, can we hold your hand? Like, what do you need? What do you need? We can hold your hand. We can do it for you if you want. Like this Israel and Hamas. Who cares? This conflict that they're having, Israel outguns them like crazy. They spend $25 billion a year on their military. Hamas is a bunch of dudes with trucks and guns, and they got like a couple of missiles. Israel has a damn Iron Dome. Look, it's probably not a good thing that this group that you dip your chips in, Hamas, is attacking Israel. It's probably not a good thing. The loss of life is never a good thing. But it's not our problem. I mean, seriously, us saying to Israel, hey, do you guys need any help? What, can we throw $1 billion, maybe $5 billion at you? That's like Zuckerberg going to Elon Musk and saying, hey, can I give you a few billion for your next project? He already has it. He didn't need it. This is stupid. This is dumb. I think there's a more important message that this is sending the world, though. And I think America really needs to listen. These dudes from Hamas, maybe a side of pita chips, I don't know. They spend all day training to kill people. They spend all day training to take over a country. Guess what we're doing in the country? We're talking about transgenders in the military and how we can help them cut their units off or their holes off. That's what we're doing. We got grown men in this country who are saying, you know what, I'm not sure about my sexuality. Well, are you sure? Because you were married. You were married to a chick and have kids, but now all of a sudden you're like, oh no, I don't know. And these dudes over there named after a dipping sauce are just training all day long. It's kind of a wake-up call, I think, for America. And obviously, no one watching my show is one of these fairies, unless you're just one of the haters out there. And in case you are, we're just welcome. Welcome. We love your comments and it's funny. But America has become soft. A government should not be involved with your sexuality or with you feeling like you need reparations. And don't worry, BLM, we're getting to you. So seriously, I was not going to talk about this because I legitimately am so tired of hearing about other countries. We have major problems in our country. Until we fix all of them, shove all of the crap you're talking about other countries right up your asses. Shove it. We don't care. The only reason why we care at this point is because now it's affecting America. And it could lead to violence. So here's the important part. One of the leaders and founding member, I'm not sure if he's a leader anymore, but he's a founding member of Hamas. That's surprising. The guy who invented hummus is still alive? I thought it's been around for like centuries. Wow. Hummus is a new thing. He gave a speech asking the Muslims all around the world to do the following. Show anger, especially next Friday, which is 10/13/23. Depending on when this video goes up, that may be today, that may be tomorrow, who knows. He called it the Friday of Al-Aqsa flood. He said this will send a message of rage to Zionists and to America. Look, hummus, we're not afraid of you. A lot of people eat you every day. We're not that scared, okay? Number 4, he asked all Muslims around the world to carry jihad by their souls to fight and be martyrs for Al-Aqsa. Look, dude, you're not a badass, man. We all know you're in Qatar somewhere sipping on wine, flying around in your private jets. No one is fooled. Here's the problem, though, and I think we can take a good lesson from Israel on this one. Israel has one of the most secure borders in the world. They have a wall. They have a Trump wall. Why? Why would they have that? Well, maybe because right next door in the Gaza Strip, there are a bunch of people that live over there that want to kill them, called Hamas. Now, let's look at the U.S.'s situation. We have the same exact situation. We got Mexico and all of the southern countries right below us. Cartels, people who cut people's heads off, don't care about human life, just care about money, getting rich, and profiting off of drugs. And then we have our border, which is just a frickin' wide open, gaping hole. Kind of like Hillary's. I mean, seriously, what are we doing with that? Do we just have people at the bottom there just welcoming people in? Oh, you don't speak English, sir? No problem. How about some free health care as well as maybe a job? And yeah, I mean, we won't do a background check on you or anything. We'll just walk right in. Look at how many terrorists have been caught trying to get through in 2023 alone. How many did we miss?
You moved to 3 in 2020. It's 15 in 2021, 98 last year, and so far this year to date, 151.
How many of them have an allegiance to Hamas? How many of them are possibly planning something for Friday, following this dude's orders? Who knows? That's why you secure a border. And then we can't forget the good friends BLM. They were all over this like pita bread and hummus. Damn with Palestine! Okay, great. Why don't all of y'all just book a flight over there and fight with them? Because they're getting massacred right now by Israel. So why don't you go over there and fly with them? If you truly stand with them, I mean, that's really what standing with someone means, right? Like you'll go through all the same stuff as them. You guys look for any little opportunity to play the race card and say, oh, well, we were oppressed and we'll stand with them, but we don't even really know what they're doing. Now, here's the big problem on this. If this dude is calling for Muslims around the world to show anger, to shed blood, every American needs to be strapped. Every American needs to be prepared for anything to happen with this, because we truly don't know. And anyone who's saying, oh no, nothing can happen, you're full of it. They have BLM support. It's not just the people he's calling to show anger and shed blood. Now we got BLM too, who's like, well, we'll stand with them. So, Friday the 13th, if you don't have to be out in public, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend big public places, events, taking a flight somewhere, anything like that. It's just not worth it, especially if you have a family. But for any of the people watching, especially for people who came across our border, who are terrorists, maybe pledge an allegiance to Hamas, maybe you see this Khalid Mashal guy as your god or your leader, and maybe you're planning to shed blood Friday. Let me just be one out of a million Americans to say that we aren't scared of you, and that if you try to come after innocent people, especially women and children, we will take your head off with no remorse. We will take your head off and then go eat a chicken sandwich and talk about the football game. Now, in an event where you do have to defend yourself and your family, it's a reason why I recommend attorneys on retainer for every single person here. And for our viewers, they're giving you $50 off when you sign up, but you are a client of this law firm. If you are in a self-defense situation, you're represented all the way through trial. You don't have to pay them money back if you take a plea deal or found guilty like these other concealed carry insurances can make you do. They have a 24/7 emergency hotline. They have bail coverage. And I've spoken with the owner, Mark J. Victor, an amazing guy. He's a Marine veteran and truly believes in this program to the point where he made a program without all the insurance BS. So there are no loopholes. It's just straight up coverage. So especially in times like these, I recommend this for everyone. You never know when you're going to be in a situation where you have to defend yourself and your family. So once again, there's a $50 off code and link below the video. Just enter the code HDC at checkout. It'll knock $50 off and join the attorneys on retainer family. Now, the last point that I think is really relevant here is look at Israel's gun laws. Gun control in Israel is relatively strict, and firearm licenses are generally only granted to those who can show a need for extra security in their line of work or daily life, meaning that they have to receive permission to own a gun. Man, I bet Israel is really regretting having that in place. I mean, seriously, if there was as many armed people per capita in Israel as there is in the US, what do you think would have happened as soon as those paragliders came in? What if 1,000 dudes just paraglided into a city in Texas somewhere, started shooting people? They'd be done in maybe 10, 20 minutes. Good luck. You know what? They probably would never even try because they know they're going to get their asses handed to them. Just another reason why gun control is one of the stupidest things on earth.